That's the opening. And for everyone that's sat in Prague, you know, everyone that's wondering. TikTok does not promote that kind of stuff, dude. I drink water for the most part, you know. For everyone that kind of wants to, like, you know, fucking follow the adventure, dude, you got to come on the YouTube channel where all the stuff's going down. On recent topics, right? It's YouTube has officially surpassed TikTok on short clips views. Daily short clip views.
Like on a daily basis kind of.
Yep, so TikTok now gets less views than YouTube does on short views.
It gets less.
No, TikTok gets less. Correct.
Wow, I didn't expect that actually.
So, you know, don't sleep on YouTube. I feel like YouTube has been the video king for years now, right? Over 2 decades, I think they have just dominated the video game at this point. What is the other one? What's the other video platform?
There's Vimeo, but they're comparable to YouTube is not.
But there's nobody is at YouTube's level, right? There just isn't a platform that has just got it figured out like YouTube does. At least for free content, for the most part. Mm-hmm. You know, some guy. No, dude. No. What is this? Decline, dude. Don't. What the fuck?
Hold on. Keep recording. I just need to make sure something's good with the camera.
Yeah. Check, dude. So every week, you know, has been part of our content that we make every week has been the segment where we do kind of business idea of the week, or, you know, what new business idea is a good idea. So actually, I have one. Funny enough that you ask me, because I actually have a app that is pretty cool. I don't know. I haven't really put into too much work into it, but this is for people that are wondering, I got a haircut this week, right? And one thing that's I always struggle with is, like, what do I get? Like, what kind of haircut do I want? Because, you know, I don't have a barber per se. So if you have a person you go to every week, then I guess this is not useful, but it might still be. What this does is, and again, I haven't worked out all the kinks on this stuff yet, but what it does is you upload a picture of your face, and then AI is going to take that image, and then it's going to basically give you options in terms of what the haircut that it's thinking about, based on symmetry, based on things, and all this stuff. So this guy said his grandma's probably in hell. I believe it, dude. Honestly, hell, heaven, you know, what's that? But back to the app, right? Like,
why?
I don't know, dude. Tony, LED guy, dude.
Spencer, man. What's going on?
Who's Spencer, dude?
I don't know.
Don't ask. Don't ask. So now I'm lost.
I'm sorry, man.
God damn it,
I didn't mean to throw you off. See, that's kind of the downside of having live there. You know, the live kind of throws you off a bit sometimes. You know, sometimes you want to chat with the people. Sometimes you want to share your idea, you know?
So essentially, kind of going back here. Home. Okay, so I made this. It's called Cut Finder. So basically, the premise is I got a haircut, and I was like, what kind of haircut do I need to get, or, you know, what looks good? And the whole premise of this app is you upload a photo, and this is kind of what this looks like. It's still in kind of testing phase, but you upload a picture, and in this instance, I'll upload a picture of my son, and that was not supposed to happen. Hold on. Let's do this one. And then once I upload the photo, it comes with a prompt, and it gives you, like, kind of based on, like, what kind of face you have, what would work best for you. And then it's like, it says oval face, you know, curly hair, So what would look good? Tell your barber shorts on the side, long on the top, and you can preview what the cut would look like. I'm still working on fixing it, but you can then take this picture and then go show it to a barber. Hey, this is what I'm thinking from a haircut. Anyways, that was the app. Really haven't gone any much further than kind of initially building that part out, but that's kind of cool, right? Like, I think there's a lot of people that are like, hey, like, what's in right now? I don't know what kind of haircut works. What kind of face do I have? And essentially, you just are able to just do this right here on the app. You upload your picture, and it will take your face, and it will make recommendation, and it will show you. Basically, the goal is it will show you your face with that haircut. Might not be like as easy as people are making it out to be, but once I figure out the kinks on this, then the picture should be able to load, and it's just a simple app. It'll be free. People can just use it. I don't know what the point is. Like, that's cool.
I think it's a good idea, man. I'll be honest with you. It's like I went to go get a haircut the other day as well, and there's a little bit of pressure that comes along with it. You kind of have to like think, okay, what kind of haircut do I want? What's in style? You spend a lot of time looking and searching through the web, and you're just kind of like, what the heck? It's like,
and it tells you,
I'm not Justin Timberlake,
Right. So look at this. It tells you the like how the medium, easy, like difficulty of the cut to the barber, right?
Yeah.
So how much time, things like that, and it also tells you like why this works for you. Like, it tells you like, oh, this works because your hair is this, volume. Like, the fuck, no one's talking about volume. So anyways,
if there's only one recommendation, I would say you should add just like the upkeep. Like, how hard is it to upkeep the hair? Like, I used to have long hair, and the upkeep of that was
that's a good idea.
Really hard.
I will take that recommendation and I will add that.
Yeah, because it's like,
here you go. The app, it's going to be called Cut Finder. Probably, I'm going to launch it hopefully soon. Basically, it's discover your perfect haircut. You upload your picture. AI does the rest. It recommends you the haircut you should get based on current trends, style, what fits your face, and then it shows you an image. Hopefully, I'll fix the image part where it actually shows your face, but until it does, it'll be some like person's face, model, whatever, AI generated image, and then with that haircut, and then you just go show that to your barber, and it tells you a little bit about like how to ask the barber if you don't want to, if you're embarrassed to show the picture. You can just be like, hey, barber, I want to get 2 on the side. It'll have the description for that, and then you will, and with his recommendation, I'll add the upkeep section, I guess, to see how hard of an upkeep it is. And it'll give you multiple options, so like 4 or 5 options, and then bam, you got an app, dude. Thank Bob, you know how to pay for it.
There you go. And I mean, the same thing, what you said, is like sometimes the pressure is like, you don't want to show a picture. You ever hear like you shouldn't be showing like a picture to your barber, man? It's like, why are you showing me a picture of another dude? Just tell me how you want your haircut, kind of thing,
Yeah.
Everyone's different. Every place is different. So it's kind of nice to have like a reference or a picture if you need it.
And I think it's a real struggle that people, men in general, face with. Because again, it's not everyone is so into their like haircut that they have a barber. I feel like majority of people don't have a barber. You're moving city, you fucking don't know, dude. And you want to, or like sometimes you go to your barber, he's busy. Dude. I gotta get a haircut. Like I value getting a haircut more than like not getting a haircut. So
no loyalty.
No, just fucking no, 0, dude. Goose egg, my man.
Damn.
But what do you think of that idea?
I think it's a great idea. Again, it's like I had that issue the other day, and I spent like an hour or two, like an hour and a half, just searching the web in total of just like what kind of haircut should I get?
Dude,
it's like,
I just saved you so much time.
Yeah. Because again, like a piece of it is kind of like, well, what does my head look like? Do I have an oval face? Do I like that's a whole. It's a whole crisis you have to go through, just to figure that out. And then once you figure that out, well, is my hairline receding? Like, is it a peak? It's like there's so many different things, so I don't like thinking about it. So how can I make that easier on my life? An app like that would be pretty nice, pretty cool. Give me the recommendations. At least show me where I should start, that kind of idea, it's like, okay, these kind of cuts are the cuts that I'm looking for.
Yeah. There it is. You have it.
I think it's a great idea, man. I think it's you should fight the good fight and keep it going.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'm busy. Somebody wants to commit to this, shoot me a DM, like whatever. Like I have I think of ideas, a ton of them. So if you still want to come execute on those, then Give me a cut, do 5%. Like
we have ideas. There's something we have. It's a lot of ideas, man. It's a lot of ideas.
But hey, I built the initial what it looks like, right? I just want to show that, hey, like, someone wants to take this and run with it, like, like, be my guest, remember your boy Bob, but whatever, like, but good ideas. So we'll come up with new ideas each week. Some might be great, some might suck, but
and leave us your comments below. Leave us what you think. Leave us how we can make them better. Leave little snippets about like what you think could enhance them, I think, and your experience. I think that always helps.
The world is yours, dude.
Yeah.
And for all people that that are on TikTok that don't see this, but got these fucking lights. It talks based on like how we're talking. So if the intensity is like if we're arguing or like debating,
if it gets really high,
there you go. Oh no, shit, mine didn't. But yes, that's cool. And mics. What? But all right. So that was the first quick segment. Kind of wanted to get that out. I guess for the you said you wanted to talk about something, Oscar?
Yeah, man. I kind of wanted to go into a little topic of kind of the current events. Something that I found interesting that's kind of going on that is going on in Mexico at the moment. In Mexico City, where they're having manifestations and some protests against what I would say is kind of well, maybe not an immigrant problem, but a problem with gentrification and a problem with digital nomads, travelers, tourists, I guess, that are going to Mexico City and kind of raising the prices and kicking the people out of their homes. And essentially that ripple effect kind of pushes everybody out, right? So the rich people that lived in those really rich areas are now being pushed out. So everyone that lived there is being pushed out and farther and farther and farther, right? So it's an interesting thing. I want to talk about it just because of the somewhat of the irony I kind of feel where it is about gentrification, but it almost kind of feels like an immigrant issue where if you see some of like the signs and some of the arguments of like, well, you have to speak my language, you have to use my currency, you have to adapt to your country, this country, we don't have to adapt to you, you have to adapt to us kind of thing, which is the rhetoric that you hear here in the United States when we talk about immigrants, of kind of like, what do people argue? It's like, well, no, you have to assimilate to the U.S., you have to speak our language, you have to use our currency, so. But I guess what's interesting is here's like, I guess between the U.S. and Mexico, we're dealing with.
Oh, dude, my wife is on the thing. Hey.
There you go, Sadie. You can't see all the viewers maybe, but the weird thing, I guess, for my question is, what do you think has a bigger impact on society? Is it the immigrant that comes with the money, I guess you will, like the rich immigrant, or the immigrant that comes as kind of like the laborer, the one who's going to start from the bottom and work their way up? Like who has a bigger impact overall? Because it kind of seems like we're dealing with the same issue, just on two different sides.
I feel like that's not just an issue that is prevalent in Mexico. I feel like that issue exists in like. I think Portugal is having a really big problem with that. And then so is like Spain and stuff, where like
the tourism issue, yeah.
Like it issue through like digital nomads that have gone. I think even like I would say like Thailand, Southeast Asia countries are having issues to where like these digital nomads are just coming there and they have jobs that are overseas that are high-paying jobs, and it basically just creates a high level of inflation in your local community. And it's not just like we're thinking of just one, two. There's a community of digital nomads in every country, right? So it's very interesting to see that from the both sides, and it's I get the problem of like, yes, it hurts the locals, but it also brings revenue that wasn't there before, right? Like, so.
Well, so the question is like that they may not be asking. It's like there's definitely a Mexican who's winning in this situation, right? It's like who's the people who are buying the properties? One, you have to be like a legal resident or citizen. And two, I mean, they're renting it out as an Airbnb, right? I mean, someone there locally is winning. It's just a matter of like we have to follow the money, I guess, and find that answer. But
I saw this. So this guy today on TikTok was trending, and not to get too much off topic here, but his whole thing on trending on TikTok was that he thinks people shouldn't own and rent properties, or if you do, you shouldn't be able to charge. Let's say you have a house that you're renting out, your mortgage is 0 because you paid it off. You shouldn't be able to now rent it like 5 times what your mortgage is.
Well, you don't have a mortgage, right?
Right. So it's like, so let's say you still have to pay taxes, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you whatever it is, you're not allowed to charge like. You basically his whole thing was you're not supposed to make profit. Like he was very anti like profit, like capitalism and stuff like that. And the comments were kind of just killing him because it's like, what would happen if that guy's house got, basically somebody took it over, like the squatting situation went down. Now, would you pay for it? Because that's the risk that the entrepreneur takes on starting a business, right? Like there's an inherent risk that comes. So it's not fair to say like you can't now, reap the benefits of what you did because I don't like it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that enables, it doesn't enable people to want to take risks. Right? Again, it goes back into this whole AI stuff again, where it's like, if everything becomes accessible with AI at a certain point, people lose the motivation to want to do more things, innovative things. Why? Because I got everything. You do things when you're hungry. You do things when you're like, put into the situation. Like necessity forces inventions to happen. So.
Well, I mean, I agree, but like, I mean, I think there's something that's, I don't know. I think this is what makes this country the greatest country in the world, right? It's like, think about like on the point of like immigrants and things like this.
You
right?
know what would be cool?
Did you know? Hold on, before you get into this, did you know that the color TV was invented by a Mexican in Mexico?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is this true?
So the color TV was invented by a Mexican, and he just could not sell the color TV to a company in Mexico that would. No one understood and appreciated the technology that he had. So he came to the U.S. and he sold it to Panavision.
Okay.
And Panavision then
sold the shit out of it.
They took over the world with the color TV. But like that's just an example of like how in these countries, like you say, yeah, you're right. Hunger does breed a certain ingenious in people. If you go to Mexico, you go to our country, you go to Nepal, and you go to like the engineering shops and things like that, you'll find inventions that don't exist on the market that they invented to
survive.
Do whatever they need to do on a daily basis. But they don't have, maybe it's the culture or the mentality, or maybe it's just the environment of like Silicon Valley, of investors, of business minds, of entrepreneurship, of saying, hey, I can make a buck off of this if I just do this, do this, do this. And they just kind of say, well, I just need it for my purpose. I don't need to make $1 million off of it, right? It's like, it's...
I think it's like, think of it like, so countries that are like behind in technology, right? Like the reason you can't, like, it doesn't make sense to invest in technology in those countries is because one, technology is being used to make your job more efficient, right? So the need to make it more efficient is not necessary because the cost of labor is so low. So why would I invest on, like, one of the things my manager always told me was why we never succeeded in China was they don't need an equipment rental software to manage stuff because they have so much people they can just like task somebody to do that. So why invest on a software that can make it easier when you can just like give tasks to people and they have so many people?
Yeah, and it'll be the same cost or lower cost.
Right. Because the cost of labor is so low, you don't need to be efficient. Like that's what he was saying. Like efficiency matters when you are trying to reduce like amount of people that could produce a singular thing.
Or heirs kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But in this sense, it's like like they don't need robots to lift huge things because they got people. They got so many people. It's just like
yeah. But I mean,
they don't invest on like the capital that takes to buy a heavy machinery.
Yeah.
Because they got people that could just do it. Like I don't want to invest $2 million. I could pay these guys $200K, and that's more than enough to give them salary for 5 years. So like it's not necessary, right? Like that was the whole argument that was had.
I guess what's going to be interesting though, it's like as China kind of evolves and matures, maybe in a different way, but it'll be interesting to see once it becomes too expensive. Like, will they kind of run into the issue of kind of us of like, well, you just have to optimize because the cost of labor is now more expensive than what people were able to buy.
A key thing people forget is, okay, like China, India, even at some point, will produce more from a GDP standpoint than America.
Yeah.
Simply for one reason. They are just have more population. Mm-hmm. Right? So that will just happen. But that doesn't mean like that their country is better than the United States, because you have a 1 billion, 1.2, 1.3 billion people. Like it's each on an individual capital level, per capita level, you're way poorer than the United States is, right? So like until you are able to raise that per capita income, or at least compare the per capita income to like purchasing power, you're behind.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm saying that because like I don't know where I was watching it. You know, this whole kind of like when TikTok was about to get banned and they started opening up like these Chinese
Red Note.
Yeah. And they kind of talk about the cost of living in China and or like in Beijing or in Shanghai and these places, and like the cost of living really isn't like that much less than
food is cheaper. I think what is expensive here, I really like. I don't like.
What I guess what I'm saying is like it's not night and day. You know what I mean? It's not like off $1 you're living like a rich man. You know, it's like the equivalent of Mexico. You know what I mean?
Okay, so look it up. What is the cost of a 2-bedroom apartment in downtown Shanghai? Downtown Shanghai. Jamie.
Range from 10,000 to 37,000.
Yuan.
The more
yen.
The most luxurious 72,000.
Okay, let's just go there. 72,000. What is that? Look from yen. Yeah.
To USD.
So $500. So
wow, a month. Oh, that's Japanese yen. Hold on.
No, that's right. That's correct. No, that is yen. You're right. You're correct. You're correct.
Is it?
Yeah, you're correct.
Why is it Japanese?
It's not. You just saw it. It's not.
They don't have Chinese. They're yuan.
Okay.
$1,000. Yeah.
Okay, so $1,000. So that's comparable to Mexico, right? How did you stay there? How much did you pay for rent?
About like I think it's $1,400-1,500. Yeah, but I was paying a premium because I didn't have to put any.
Okay, let's just say. Yeah. Okay, so Mexico's city is more expensive than.
Oh, for sure.
But if that makes sense. What is the per capita income of a Chinese national? $24,000. That's actually like
in Shanghai. Hold on, let's see in Shanghai.
The CCP doesn't release that kind of data, dude. Get out of here. Like, stop. No. Just look at average China, dude. What average Chinese 2,600 or 2,400? What was it? Go down. There should be a chart, dude. 13,000. Okay, so what's Mexico? Oh, you can compare. Oh, these people got it figured out, dude. They want to make sure. I feel like this is like. Hold on, it's easier to look it up on here. Mexico has a per capita income of 24,000. So it's basically double, dude. So if you think about it, a Mexican's happier than a Chinese person. That's why you get so many crossing the border from Mexico, dude. Like, huh?
14,000.
Yeah. So your life is 14,000.
Yeah.
What is this compared to? PPP. You can't do 2. Can you do data comparison? There it goes. Okay, so they're neck to neck. Never mind. They're right there. Mexico's a little bit higher. Put the United States now.
Hold on, let me share this as well so people can see.
The people want to see.
I hit it with my thing. Hold on. This is the downside with having this iPad. Like right here in the fucking way, dude.
Just put it on that computer. Oh, I guess you can't. Or oh, damn. Just pull that screen on that computer, so it's easier for you to navigate. There you go.
So this is what we're looking at.
So the that is abysmal, dude. That I had to look down. I had to like, where is that? So there's a vast difference. That's why people want to come here. Like that's why. I can't name a country like I mean obviously I can name a country that probably has a higher GDP per capita income, but to do it at a scale of the United States is insane. Think about that. We have 300, close to probably 400 million people, right? That means 400 million people we have in the United States. Like if you look at the number one country, it's probably Luxembourg or like, you know, Qatar or something like that. They have like probably 10 million people. You can't compare. Like that's like literally taking the population of Los Angeles and blowing it up and saying, oh, like the GDP of like this place is super high, or like this. What are we doing? Like,
I'm seeing Russia and
dude, Russia's like down there, dude. No one's that high, dude. India's like
Mexico's higher than Russia actually, which
Yeah.
is kind of odd. I didn't think that was going to be a case, but yeah.
No, the only like if you got to start putting Western like countries, you know, like the UK probably out there, France, Germany, like you know maybe Spain, like so.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I mean, in any case, yeah, it's. I don't know. I guess the same thing happens, but like, if it's like Mexico though, then the same issues are arising in Mexico. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this idea of globalization is kind of already there. You know?
Yeah. No, yeah, man, I agree, dude. It's a problem. Pull up that. Can you pull up that GPT chat?
Mm.
I mean, you know, our.
Oh, what you sent me on the mail, right?
Yeah, where was the? Oh, okay, yeah. This is a different
computer.
Correct. Not on the mail. Can you just open up that chat bot that you had open? Because I added some extra stuff on there. Oh, go back. Go on there. Make it go down on your like options for the. Like right there. Click on that one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Go down. You go up to number 1. Yeah. Shit. I mean, here are a couple of things I guess we can talk about today is like, you know who Charlie Kirk is?
No, who's Charlie Kirk?
So Charlie Kirk is a right-wing...
Oh, I have seen it. Yeah,
it's a right-wing person. Anyways, he goes onto college campuses and just destroys these kids on different various topics, and whatever. I think the whole thing is kind of funny, but it brings up an interesting point of like, is college a scam, right? So we both graduated college. What are your thoughts?
Is college a scam? I don't think it necessarily guarantees what it used to guarantee in the past. I think I don't think it's necessarily a scam, but I think we were sold the idea of a trade is like a loser's job. And to go down that path or to kind of go that way was not the correct way, which I think because of that, a lot of people chose education, which diminishes the value or the importance of, it's like you have to water it down. You have to kind of keep it at a level where everyone can kind of keep going kind of thing, Yeah. Instead of them being able to choose a different path and really focusing on...
So is college a scam, dude? You didn't answer the question. Is college a scam?
No, I don't think college is a scam.
This is how I kind of see it, right? Like, you pay money to do dumb stuff, right? People spend money to do dumb stuff all the time. Luxury cars, stupid stuff, right? It is one of those things that's like, yeah, I mean, it could be for whatever you make it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a totally shit time in college and it could be totally dookie sauce for you. Or you just can have a great time. And there's no price on a great time, on a Miller Lite time. So from that instance, like, dude, the college is I feel like you have to be smart with kind of like if you're not gonna make it, you're not gonna make it. Like, it doesn't matter what degree you choose, you're not gonna make it. So, if you can get a communication degree and you could crush it in life. Like, that has to do nothing with what you got your degree on. But did you have a good time when you went to college, got the communication degree? Because that was what matters. Because if you didn't, then no, college was not worth it. It's a scam for you.
Yeah.
But if you had a good time, dude, like, can't put a price on a good time. Like, so, is the experience worth it? No, it's not just school. I bet you can't really, like, just the school part, like, it's probably, like, you could probably learn something better somewhere else. But it's not just that. I feel like that's what people tend to... It's not a networking bullshit. It's none of that. Dude, just have a good time. It's just like, fuck, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things, and then, like, you're just... you... And I went to fucking, classes, like, it was great. Like, learned a lot of good stuff too. Like, I thought the major was hard. I was like, I had never really struggled until I struggled in my, like, I think it was like Econ 480, like public policy, and I was like, dude, this is just like, what? None of this makes sense because government is involved.
Yeah,
and like you have to start doing social economic like benefits of X and Y policy. I'm like, dude, this
is dumb. Kind of
yeah, like,
but like, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I think it gives you an experience. Like, you get to know people who are from different places, different experiences, things like that, and having conversations with them and being exposed to them. I think just inherently allows you to understand a different thing, And I think college is one of those places that is designed for that, you know what I mean? And so it's like that's one of the only places you'll have that kind of opportunity.
Okay. So here are some things, right? Over 40% of graduates, right, work in jobs that don't require a degree. What do you think? Scam or not a scam? 40% of grad work. So the base 40% of graduates, the major does not require that particular degree. Scam or not?
I don't know. My question, I think I have to question like what it is like, did you go to college and then you ended up working as like a, cashier? Well, yeah, cashier doesn't require a degree. It's not a question of like if the job requires a degree, but did you do something with the degree? Job
to get like you're pursuing your degree is not for a job.
No, but I think people definitely use that as a threshold to say this person has a certain level of competency that I could expect.
Correct. So, but like if you think from a job perspective, there are few degrees that directly correlate to a particular job, right? Mm-hmm. And one of those is like, okay, if you're gonna go into the engineering field and you get a job in that particular engineering field, yeah, like But if you go to medical, you can probably like correlate that job to your degree, right? But like, are those the only jobs that exist? You know what I'm saying? There's so many other jobs. And just because, like, I went to school for econ, right? I do fucking cybersecurity sales.
Yeah.
Do I use it in my job every day? No, but I can definitely see, like, where that makes sense. Like, you know, understanding interest rate and supply and demand stuff, that makes sense. You might not use it every day, but, like, these are fundamental concepts that a lot of people don't understand, frankly, right? Like, they don't get it. And they go on stuff and they talk about it and, like, all right, well, like, there's a whole facet of things that go into it, and I don't use it for. It's not just a job. I had a great time, dude. Yeah. Why are we diminishing the fact? I had a great time. Like, so, what?
Whatever you're there for, you know, whether you think it's a scam or not, just go do it because it's a good time.
Yeah,
just don't be stupid with the mentality of, hey, man, it's going to be a good time.
Just don't be stupid, dude. Like, I feel like, you know, just don't be stupid and just have a good time and
focus on what you're there for.
After college is done, just go find a job and just get good at that job. Like, it's, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you want to get I had a liberal arts fucking degree, dude. Economics, a liberal arts fucking degree. Don't let that turn you down, dude. I
think you could also get it could be a BS degree though.
It could be a BS degree. Well, I tell you. I
mean, bachelor's of science, and like it's the same thing. You know, like you would be in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not like you would have been more of an economist. I guess
I wasn't going to be an economist. I didn't get that. I didn't go into economics and be like, oh, I'm going to be an economist when I
can't wait to work for the UN one day or like the president.
That was never my intention of doing this. I was like, I'll get this, and we'll see. Like, we'll see. And then fucking got a job in sales, bro, and crushed it. Like, and I use economics every day. You know, dollar cost averaging, dog. Like, what?
Technically, well, you did get into sales, but then someone told Bibhor, we started a business, Bibhor and I, and someone told Bibhor,
I suck at sales.
That you are the worst. They took the time to tell Bibhor how bad of a salesperson he was. And I remember he came into my room, which each of our rooms were our offices, right? So he walked into my room, defeated, just sat down and just started watching TV, and he's just sad.
Humble yourself.
Yeah. And he's like, someone just chewed me out and said I'm the worst salesman they've ever met. And I'm like, damn, like we got to make a script. But from there, the business obviously didn't work. We didn't know what we were doing, but he went and got a job, and he became one of the best salesmen. He learned how to kind of just defeat like the fear of any kind of like
the whole irony of this whole situation was the company that I worked for after that was across the street.
A couple of tips came back for the footsies.
Hey.
Thank you,
dude. I don't know if I want to show you my foot, dude. Has not improved. He left
him here over the week, so his feet are back to.
My feet straight look like Dookie, dude. But
sorry for throwing you off. Yeah.
What was that talking about?
About the ironic part, or
the ironic part was that guy's office that told me I sucked was literally I could see it from my the job that I got after where I was crushing it. So years later, I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm gonna look you up, see where you at, see what's up on LinkedIn, and he had died. So I saw his obituary, and that was kind of like the end of it. So there you go. Like, just don't shit on me, and
you won't die. R.I.P.
Real shit. So we are starting a new kind of like quick chat, quick round, and this is just gonna be shitting on Michael Carrick. We're gonna call this segment
Michael Carrick sucks.
Michael Carrick sucks, dude. So
until he comes on the show and we can just talk to Michael Carrick. Yeah.
Think about it. Here's the take, dude. Clip this, right? Clip this. So Michael Carrick wouldn't make the MLB All-Star team. MLB shit, doesn't even play baseball. No, the Michael Carrick wouldn't even start on the basically a All-Star team for the MLS. There you go. Okay, when you say someone is great or someone's good, like he was never great. I think people are arguing that he was okay. I said he was trash.
Well, people are saying he's an underrated player.
He had zero career Premier League player selection. Zero. If you have been around for 15 years and you get zero selection for team like then you're trash, dude.
Eventually, they kind of feel bad for people. They're like, yo,
yeah, they'll just give one. They'll hand one out. Or if you claim to be so good, like so you had all the titles, you had all the records, you just didn't have. You just weren't good individually. You know what that tells me? You got carried. Guess who was in his team?
Well, he had a lot
Ryan
of
Giggs.
Yeah. Scholes, Gerrard.
No, Gerrard wasn't it. Scholes, Rooney, Carlos Tevez in his prime, Cristiano Ronaldo, bro.
Gerrard was not on there.
Nani. You had a bunch of straight killers on the team, dude. Van der Sar on the post. Like, get out of here. Like, and you were telling me Michael Carrick was the reason they were winning? Like, stop this madness. He didn't even make the World Cup squad in 2010 and 2020, like 2014. Yeah, so get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Come back at me. All this trash.
Can you argue
dude.
that you're like one of the most underrated players if you've never made it to like the actual national team? I guess. Yeah. It's like, do you have to kind of make it to that level to be considered? Even on that list.
You are like the amount of national caps you have determines how good you were. Period. If you didn't play for your country, you weren't that good.
Dang.
Not that your country didn't play at the World Cup, because that could happen. Like you could be Holland, born in, where was he? Norway. Like you could be Abramovich, born in like Sweden, where the country is not that great. But to diminish like they didn't get any caps. Look how many caps does Erling Haaland have for Norway?
Oh, a bunch.
Right? How many caps does Zlatan have for?
Well,
they'll start you till you're fucking 100 years old, dude.
I guess that's what also makes them like elevates them to like Zlatan helped Sweden make it to the World Cup, right? Didier Drogba helped Côte d'Ivoire and Ivory Coast go to the World Cup for the first time ever. You know, that makes like to me that makes it like a
no stop. Yeah, these guys are better. Like everybody you mentioned is better than Michael Carrick. That's probably why. But what I'm saying is like
way better than an 82 on FIFA.
There's a direct correlation between the amount of times you start for your country and how good you were.
Yeah.
If you didn't start for your country as much
at all,
that means you weren't that good.
Yeah.
It's just. There's there were other players better. Yeah, because they were better than you. That's why they started. You weren't as good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's my 2 cents, dude. You know,
come at him for it. But our next segment that we're going to do quick fire that we also will say is after the Michael Carrick that we always love talking about is that AI will replace more white collar jobs than factory workers.
I don't believe in that. That is not going to be true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you heard it here first. I'm not sure if you know, but 300 million jobs globally are at risk, according to Goldman Sachs. GPT-4, which we use all the time, can already write code and analyze better than most managers. We've vibe code. What's it called?
Vibe coding,
dude. We've already vibe coded 3 or 4 applications. You know what I mean? It's like I'm a vibe coder now, dude. I'm gonna put that on my resume. But to be honest, yeah, it's like that. And then no robot has ever asked for PTO. So why would they hire you, Bob, who likes to go on nice trips to Hawaii and all over the world, and me, who likes to go spend a month in Mexico every now and then? You know, it's like, why would they hire us?
A robot can't do what I do.
Well, I mean, eventually they'll just use all the recordings of you and train it based off your recordings.
No, that's copyright infringement, dude. You can't do that.
You think they care, Bob?
Who's they, dude?
They care?
Yeah.
Dude.
No. They're going to have to, like, I don't know who they is.
They don't care.
The problem, okay, here's my problem with this whole AI business, right? Like,
Pegasus.
I think the government.
Palantir.
The government is not taking AI seriously.
The government doesn't trust you. The government doesn't care about you. I'm just saying.
No, that's fine.
Using
I know
your
they
data.
don't.
They're
I know
using your data.
But do you think the government does not? The government thinks Syria, Iran, North Korea, Russia, China are a bigger threat than AI. And that is not true. That is not true. Sounded like someone farted, but that was not the case. But is that true? I feel like a threat. Now, I'm not saying a threat in a bad way, but I feel like if there is an existential threat that exists for our planet, it is not any of these countries. It is AI. And again, it's from that.
Okay. So you're saying AI is a threat, but you don't think that AI is going to take over all white collar jobs?
No.
Then how is it a threat?
Because I think, like, the video that we listened to last week or 2 weeks ago, where it says it will let you be in control and you are going to let it happen.
Damn.
That's the problem. And again,
so it'll let us keep our white collar jobs.
Eventually,
so we can
all
work as
jobs
slaves
will be gone. It will be gone. There is no safety. We are all cooked. That's the end all be all, right?
You heard it here first.
At the end of the day, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. We're all cooked. They're gonna just do everything for you. Like and people that say no, they're not gonna do this. Like, oh, dog, I would never let AI see you. Well, the problem is, the care or whatever is going to be better through AI. That's just the truth is going to be. Or at some point, it's going to be like not as cost effective to have somebody go to school, learn to be a doctor when you can just spin out a robot, give him no education, download a chip, and he can just have all the knowledge of all the doctors in the world. Like, you can't argue with me and say that's not going to be better. Like, what are we, just because it's a machine? Well, you don't think they're going to create fingers and thumbs and, like, all these limbs? Like, are we that far? We're made of carbon. Let's get that shit straight. Like, we're made of carbon. Like, they can, I'm pretty sure, like...
I'm made of gold.
Yeah, right? You can recreate it. So, like, it's coming, dude. We're all cooked. But to say that, you know, your plumber is going to be safe is, like, stop.
What, a white collar job is that a blue? I mean, is a plumber a blue collar job?
No, but whatever, dude. Garbage. Do you think garbage pickers? Like, no.
That's also blue collar, I think.
Okay, what is the labor workers?
A white collar
no,
job
I know what
is
white
like
collar
your
job is. Yeah. No, I'm saying like it's gonna say more white collar jobs are at risk than
blue collar jobs.
Which is I think it's equally at risk. Right. I think we're all cooked, dude.
Eventually, yeah.
So let's get that straight.
No, I don't know.
All right, so, dude, I hate fucking healthcare. I hate healthcare.
Dude, I'm trying to make an app to bring it down. I'm not sure if you remember.
I do remember. The problem is, dude, like, it's sickening. That's what it is. It's sickening. The healthcare fucking industry is just absolutely sickening, and it's a thing that doesn't need to exist. I feel like it's like insurance companies. I think the government should be the insurance companies. I think we should pay the government to fund our insurance across, right? Instead of like insurance companies, which are profit driven. If the government is in charge of all insurance and they're not profit driven, then you would have it at a lower cost. As long as the government covered the administrative cost of your insurance, they're not interested in making money. So when you don't have the incentive to make money, why do you have to charge people more money? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing will crumble. Like, I don't know why, like, insurance is not handled by a singular... Because at the end of the day, if the insurance company goes bankrupt, guess who bails them out?
The government.
Fuck, dude. Like, it's such a scam. Like, it just blows my mind. It's like... didn't they bail out Bear Stearns? Like,
or AIG. Yeah.
So it's like, dude, okay, like, it's end of the day, it's only like 5 or 6 insurance companies that really control like the entire market, right? Like, have the government do it. There's less overhead, no profit, because the government shouldn't care about profit, and you're providing a service. Like, anyone that says, private insurance is better, you go fuck yourself, dude. That makes no sense. Why would private insurance be better? How about whatever money you pay to insurance is what you pay to the government. They run a separate entity that basically monitors and sets that up, right? And then they're not interested in profit making, so you just get it at cost. You're just you know what it is? You're just a fucking ledger. You're an open ledger that lets you see all transactions that happen between a medical facility and the insurance provider, which would be the government, and they just pass it along, and they have the giant pool of money that they can just like use to, and there would be transparencies between the government, because the hospital is not going to try to overcharge the fucking government, because then you get fucked on taxes.
Yeah, because you'll see it.
Because there's transparency. Dude, I just have fucking ideas. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, you want to solve problems, dude? Like, fuck. Like, that's literally how you do it. Because the whole problem arises from the fact that insurance companies are trying to make profit, right? Why wouldn't you? You're a business. I get it. So why not put an entity that does not care about making profit? All the cost that goes into insuring is done through the government, because it is anyways. If there's a fire, who do you think is bailing them out? Like, this is such an absurd concept to me. The more I'm getting pissed, I'm thinking about this more. Like, what? Well, I just stumble upon something. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I don't think... I feel like a lot of people have been pissed about this for a long time. They've killed people over this. But 70% of people end up in... 70% of bankruptcies are happening because of medical bills, right? So it's like...
Yeah, because you are paying things that, like it shouldn't... Again, the point of insurance is so you are not fucked.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be fucked because your insurance is... You have insurance and it's not covered. Like, that makes no sense. Why do I have
then
it?
why am I paying? Why have I paid all this time?
Just have the government do this for you. Create a separate sector. Like, this could be one of the most, like, again, like this again, all you're doing is just administrative costs. So just keep enough money to do administrative costs, fair salary for everyone, and then instead of insurance company making hundreds of billions of dollars, you just don't charge that. You just fucking do it at cost. There's no profit. It's clear, because you don't need to make money. Like, if you want to make profit, government wants to mark 10% profit on that. Sure, mark 10% profit and give it to fucking... Do less taxes for me and give that out as fucking food stamps. I don't give a shit. Like, whatever you want to do.
I wonder if it's just like price transparency, though. You know what I mean? It's like
100%.
Like think about, like, I think of Mexico, for example.
They
have three different levels, right? Everybody has healthcare, so healthcare is free. That being said, the government run healthcare. Your free healthcare isn't necessarily
the best.
Correct. Anything run by the government is not necessarily the most efficient. While they're not looking at capital gains or making a profit, they're also not the most efficient. But they do have other two options. They have one that's kind of like your normal run-of-the-mill kind of insurance that will help you out, kind of it pays a little bit more because you'll get a higher quality thing. And then they have a higher insurance, private insurance. Everything's kind of private, but you pay for it, right? It's pay to play at that point. I wonder if that's a solution to kind of also keep those people happy so they don't come and kill you in the middle of the night,
Hey, I think I'm on to something, dude. I think I might have just, like, if you like, here's the thing, dude. Like, like, I think about this all the time. I think about this all the time. America. I think about this all the time.
America.
And it's I don't know what happens, right? I think everybody gets into politics with, like, I want to do some real good change, right? I think initially, right, you get some people, I would say, some people, like, initially you have that, like, hey man, I want to, like, really do some change. I think, and then you get in and you get fucking corrupted by these, like, giant lobbyists that, like, just fills your pocket with money. But like, you would have to have, and like, I feel like we're stuck in such a loop that, like, this can never be fixed. Right? Like, we will never have, like, someone that's just, like, fucking just out to do good for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never going to happen. It's so sad. Like,
well, I think there's too many
public interest.
Yeah.
And private sector interest in politics.
And those private interests are very powerful, very dangerous, very influential in a lot of different ways. You know what I mean? It's like, if they can kill you with money, if they can't convince you with money, they'll convince all your enemies to tell you're down. You know what I mean? It's like they'll figure out a way to win. It's like it's hard to kind of really.
I think what they should do is, like, okay, there's a quick way to solve this, right? You shouldn't be able to create super PACs. I think that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a giant problem, and, like, I don't know, like, I think people have discussed it, right? I think all person that gets, like, on the, like, the general, like, nomination, right? Not on the ticket, but, like, gets on the, like, at least on the stage to debate people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the primaries, right? That's what called. They all get a set budget for election. You do not get super PAC money. You get the taxpayers should fund elections.
Or if the super PAC wants to pay, it all goes into a bucket and it gets spread out evenly between everybody. You know what I mean? It's like it like
that's fine.
Yeah,
but I just don't think. I think that our tax dollars should be used for like making sure the elections run fairly, making sure that there's no, some guppy going on the election. Like, you don't want that. Like, why? And then anyone that's against it makes no sense. Like, why shouldn't tax dollars pay for why would you want influence from a third party when it's a government job that someone's running for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, what? It's such a bizarre concept to me. It's like, no, like, you should want to have you should want to have the most fair election. And the only way you can do that is you don't take PAC money. The only way you can do that is you just come out with some legislation saying you're not allowed to use PAC money. You only have every person gets equal amount of money, and go figure it out, dude. And we track you. You can't just be spending your own money. So like, you gotta like go out there and like, you can raise money. You can do individual donation, and all that is in a ledger, bro. You shouldn't be able to take some secret. All that, your name is on the website if you made $100 million donation. I want to know. I want to know who fucking did it.
There's actually a bill right now going on, like
it's not gonna pass. Yes.
The dark money one. Yeah, you heard about it. It's like they're trying to expose the dark money. Essentially, what you're saying, they want you to make that visible. All the donations and all the APAC donations and all the money that you took, that people should be able to see. So it's like, well, hopefully, because I do agree with you. Yeah, but yeah. I think that's
here's a funny one. I speaking of dark money, right? This is a funny phrase that I heard today, and it said, "Crypto didn't free us from the system; it just gave us new kings."
Damn.
0.01% of the holders own 27% of all Bitcoins.
Dang.
Think about that, right? Like, people rave about the unfairness in the system and all this stuff, right? And you're like, oh, we want to create a decentralized currency and all that. And then you see like the majority of the wealth is being held by few individuals. State Street, Vanguard, BlackRock. By majority of the people, So, is it fair?
Well, I mean, there is one thing I want to like kind of maybe ask or note. Just like, so Bitcoin is not all of crypto, right? So Bitcoin is the most referred to crypto, but does this mean that
I will bet you my bottom dollar that what we see, 0.01% of holders hold 27% of the coins. I bet you outside of like maybe Ethereum, as we go down, that's probably even more true. It's probably like 0.01% of the people own like 50% of all the assets. Because think about like fucking Pancake, like what is it called? Pancake Swap?
Yeah. Dude.
Probably the founder that founded it probably owns a majority of the fucking Pancake Swap coins. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it becomes. Like, the few early people that like get in early get all of it, and then they bounce. Like, dude, I mean, ICO was a real fucking wild time on Bitcoin when they first came out in 2017, late 2017. They would just do these coin offerings and just pump and dump schemes. So it would just shoot up, and then people would just pull out. It was wild. It was just like, it was absurd.
The IPCs, right?
Initial coin offering. That's what it was called.
ICOs.
Yeah. ICOs. And then people don't notice. Like, and then came the NFTs. And then we're here. This is kind of more fueled by, I would say, like institutional, the coming of the institutional folks, right? I'm not sure. Is there an ETF, a fully sanctioned Bitcoin ETF in the United States that you can buy at a stock exchange?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Don't ever buy that. Like, if anyone's ever thinking that, don't buy that. You know what they say? Not your keys, not your coin. Not your keys, not your coin, dude. So,
yeah.
But I think we can end it here. We're at an hour here. Episode.
Damn, it's already been an hour. Well, episode 16. Thank you all for coming out again. We love you all. We'll see you next Thursday. Joining us on our live. Leave some comments below. Give us some feedback. Tell us what you love. Tell us what you hate. Subscribe. And we'll see you again for more. I love you all. Arrivederci.